So when I started making the Goon series, a full-time series on my channel, right? By the way, I'm thinking of starting like an opposite to this series and make these two the biggest series on my channel, and that would be a jobber series, which is opposite of the Goon series, where I just go observe the funniest jobber moments for characters throughout fiction. If y'all want to see that, smash the like button and let me know in the comment section down below. But anyways, getting into this, when I made Goon series full-time, started getting comments about this character named Yujiro from Baki. And I'm kind of familiar with him in the fact that, you know, as a Kengan fan, constantly this name was brought up comparing to the verse. And I've seen the show on Netflix, although that show apparently is trash compared to the original anime. Anyways, I made a thumbnail and I was like, yo, if anyone purchases the Goon video for Yujiro, I'll make it. Literally within minutes, someone did that. So Yujiro fans, we're here today to recognize 15 moments of absolute Goon shit from Yujiro Hanma from Baki. If you guys are a fan of the Goon series, get this video to 400 likes and I'll drop another one. If you want Yujiro to return, 800 likes is what you need to hit, and I'll make a Yujiro part 2 because he has like 1,000 moments and these are only 15. I want to save some for later because I do think you guys will hit the like goal. But anyway, let's begin. Number 1. This was when he hit his son Baki so hard, or like used a move on him that was so wild and so powerful that literally Baki pissed himself. Of course, this moment is extreme because 1, who beats their kid like that? And 2, literally hitting people so hard they piss themselves, and this happens multiple times throughout the series. They either piss themselves from getting hit, or they piss themselves seeing someone get hit from him. Regardless, Goon moment for sure. Number 2, this... Okay, first of all, the way he poses could be considered Goon in itself. Like, I would swing on anyone that poses on me like that. But regardless, he tanked lightning one time to the point that it was like he had his hands on his hips, just like, yo, I look like a demon, don't I? Because I'm just tanking this shit. And everybody was confused on how he was tanking it. And not only was he tanking it, he was showing off while doing it, making it an excellent durability Goon moment. Now, next up, we have to talk about the time he broke his Yeezys. So, of course, you know Yujiro, he walks around with drip. And he was wearing some dope sneakers, probably Yeezys, because who doesn't have Yeezys? And he runs into a soldier. Soldier panics, right? Draws on him. He's going to shoot him. Yujiro blitzes him so fast, his shoe shatters as he folds the guy. Just moving so fast casually and destroying your shoe like that is Goon shit. Because, bro, not all of us can afford to just casually replace our Yeezys. But anyways, moving on. We have the time he disrespected the boxing culture by just folding an icon. So this was ridiculous. Ali is in the manga. And he was in the Netflix series, I think. And he gets pulled up on by Yujiro, right? And he's like, all right, I'm the best boxer in the world, whatever. Let's get busy with the hands. And he starts throwing beautiful jabs. I mean, he's just putting on a clinic when it comes to boxing technique. The problem, literally, he couldn't touch Yujiro. It was ridiculous, downright disrespectful to Ali. But yeah, the fact that he literally couldn't touch him was Goon shit, as Yujiro just made it look absolutely casual. Next, we gotta mention the time he pulled a mystical in the woods with a bear.
I'm cold as a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear, cause that bitch gonna need it.
And beat the shit out of a bear in the woods. Now, this situation was basically Yujiro just proven once again he's a goon. Was like, yo, I'm gonna go out and fade something that's gonna get me mad respect in the hood. Fades this big ass bear that was like, I think it was stated to be able to shred tanks and shit like that. And he just destroyed it barehanded. And the way he did it was so crazy that there was other people there, and they stated if you were a hunter and you saw him do that barehanded, you would never hunt again. He just disrespected you that bad by folding that creature barehanded. Next up, we got to talk about his routine to build his stamina. This shit's ridiculous. Okay, so Yujiro had like people watching him, and he just throws himself off the cliff. And he was like, yo, I do this all the time because like throwing myself off the cliff, testing myself in the way of like falling and how it should be lethal and how I have to like basically be perfect while doing it, builds ultimate stamina. And everyone was like, what? Like, who the fuck does that? And yeah, it's just goon shit. Like the way he trains, the way he fights, everything he does is just modeled after being disrespectful. Oh, by the way, shout out to the homie Shad. He actually commented on a post recently and said, basically, I'm the GOAT of making goon videos. So appreciate that very much, Shad. Shout out to you. Next, we have the fetus kick. Yeah, you might be a little curious based on that title. This boy, Yujiro, kicked his son so hard. We saw his brain just like pinball in his head. And he got kicked so hard that he like woke up mentally and thought he was a fetus again in the womb of his mother. I was like, yo, this is the most outlandish shit. Imagine hitting someone so hard mentally, they're reduced to a fetus again. Think about that. Like, that is bullshit. But Yujiro did it in just like one kick to the dome piece of Baki. It was mad disrespectful and kind of creepy, to be honest. Next up, the fact homie doesn't need a towel. So what this moment is about basically is Yujiro can like flex, throw, punch, and let's say he just hopped out the shower or he's covered in sweat. Literally all of it is instantly gone. Like the power and friction and speed he uses reduces the sweat and all that to just instantly gone off his skin. It is shown like flying off and all that, but to do that while like with just flexing and punching is ridiculous. And like, who tries that? Who like hops out the shower or is like mad sweaty and is like, yo, I wonder if I throw a punch, I'll dry myself off. That's stupid. That's dumb as shit. That's goon shit. Next, we have one of my this is one of my favorites. So he grabbed homeboy by the head, right? I forgot who it was, but he grabbed this dude by the head and shook it. That's all he did. He just shook his head. And it was mad casual. They make sure to tell you that it was mad casual to him. Like, all he did was shake his head. This boy got his head shook so hard and so violently from casual Yujiro that his soul disconnected and left his body. Imagine like sunning someone by palming their head and just shaking it and their soul leaves. They're like, nope, you know what, we're not taking this kind of L. Let me go ahead and get the fuck up out the body. See you in the astral realm, bitch. And like just deuces. Like that's crazy. And it was literally just a simple head grab. Goon shit. Next, we have the time he made the military realize the budget sucked. So this was in the form of a riot shield. This poor bastard of a police officer was left to stand off against Yujiro. So of course, he's got to throw up the defenses, puts up the riot shield. Very sensible, right? Yujiro like just looks at him, walks him down, and one-shots the riot shield. Like he's like, yo, hey, what's up? Like, what are you doing? And just casually like punches through it and grabs the officer. I mean, there are, I don't think I included it in this round, but there are moments where the military literally like concedes Yujiro's too much. But just doing this to a riot shield was so disrespectful. Next was the time he narrated somebody trying to beat his ass while literally nothing was happening to him. How's that go down? Simple. So Baki was running up on him and was doing his best to beat Yujiro's ass. I'm talking punching him everywhere, kicking him everywhere, doing everything he could in his arsenal to harm Yujiro. Meanwhile, homeboy's giving a speech about Baki and his efforts to kick his ass and like it's interesting and all that when literally he's taking 0 damage. Imagine you doing your best to kick someone's ass and they narrate about your attempts to do so while they are not getting hurt. Like his ability to demoralize, I was the reader and I was demoralized. Like his ability to just like make you feel like you're gonna take the L is high tier. I will give Yujiro fans that. His L projection is crazy. Next, we have the time he got ran up on with a sword and chopped in the neck and nothing fucking happened. So most people, when you run up on them and you try to behead them and you get a clean swing with the like perfectly sharpened samurai sword, you would think that's death. You would think at the very least they're down bad. He chopped into the neck of Yujiro and Yujiro just smiled. You want to talk about demoralizing? That. There you go. Like trying to at least do some serious damage by full power swinging into his neck and nothing happens except him just looking at you like you're a bitch. Terrible. Next, we have the time he ragdolled a champion in the most disrespectful way you could. So, Yujiro was in a match against like this champion boxer, and the champ was, letting loose with the combos, hooks for days, just letting it fly, right? Really good display of punching and boxing. The problem is this shit was not landing. And when I say not landing, he literally was getting casually blocked one-handed by Yujiro while Yujiro's like, yo, I wonder how long you like practice this boxing shit since you're like a champion and stuff. I wonder if you're like how good you're supposed to be, how much work you put in all this shit. This boxer's like, dude, what the hell is going on? And then eventually Yujiro's like done with that, puts 2 fingers in the cheek of the boxer and slams him on his fucking neck. Like, yeah, you're out, bitch. And that shit, I'm like, god damn, like that is a champion boxer TKO, well, actually just straight up KO'd from getting slammed on his neck by the cheek. Disrespectful. Next, the time PETA should have showed up. Let me explain. So, Yujiro takes Baki into a cave, and Yujiro drenches himself in blood. Why does he do this? Because there's literally a cave full of vampire bats. Bats' lives matter. BLM. And these vampire bats, of course, they smell the blood. They're like, yo, it's Christmas. Y'all smell that? Let's feast. Thanksgiving, whatever you want to do. Don't get technical with me, bitches. But anyways, regardless of the holiday, these vampires were like, yo, we're going to eat. And they swarm him. This was a setup. Yujiro proceeds to literally annihilate all of the vampire bats. And he was like, yo, funny thing is, I didn't even use, technique or tactic because literally I'm getting blitzed at all angles. So why use tactics? Just swing, bitch. And that's what he did and literally bodied all the bats. Finally, if you made it this far, make sure to smash the like button. We have the time he made arguably one of his most controversial plays. In a career full of controversial plays, by the way. I mean, dude literally says he can have sex with anything because he has more testosterone. Hella sus. But anyways, he once was hanging out and George Bush, the president, the very controversial president, was tossed out of a window. Most people, especially modern society, would be like, let him fall. You know, they don't like the guy for Iraq and all that stuff, right? Yujiro does not care what Twitter or social media thinks. And he caught George Bush, saved the boy before he got seriously injured. And just catching such a controversial figure casually is pretty funny to me. Yujiro doesn't care about your clout, obviously, by the way he handled Ali. And he's going to do what he wants. But Regardless, that's my first 15 moments for Yujiro. If you want more Yujiro moments, if you hit the like goal, I'll bring twice as many moments next time. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. How does Yujiro stack up to the goons we've showed so far on this list? And what are some moments you would love to see in part 2? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy YFE, and look out for Thanksgiving. I'm dropping a Goon Bowl video where it's 100 amazing Goon moments throughout fiction, and I'll make that like either a seasonal or subscriber goal series to add on to the Goon series. And also, don't forget, let me know what you think about the Jobber series and if I should start it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy YFE, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.